So if you own a vehicle, whether it's a car, truck, minivan, SUV, doesn't matter, you need to watch this entire video, because what we are about to see, we are going to face as a nation, is going to cripple auto ownership. Now, I'm going to break down what's going on. A lot of this has to do with the rising prices. Some of it has to do with labor shortages, some issues regarding supply chains. But I want to break down what's going on, because this is going to hurt millions and millions of Americans. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So why am I giving everybody a warning when it comes to car ownership? Well, it's simple. Look at this right here. Car insurance premiums could skyrocket by 50% in some states this year. It says car insurance rates are surging and could spike over 50%. Now, I'm going to explain which states are going to see the largest spike in car insurance rates, but there's something else you need to keep in mind. If you don't own a car and you use Uber, you use Lyft, you use one of the rideshare programs, just understand those rideshares are going to get more expensive, because now those drivers, the owners, have to pay more for car insurance. But this is what I think is very interesting. There's a recent report that just came out, and in this report, experts now say they anticipate that passenger vehicles will go from 247 million vehicles in 2020. It will drop to just 44 million vehicles by 2030. That's in a little bit over 5 years. We are going to see many people stop purchasing vehicles. Why? It's just too expensive. I know a lot of my friends, they're not driving their vehicles anymore. They're selling them. You know what they're getting? Electric bikes. That's what they want, an electric bike, because it's easier to get around. It's it's better, it's more cost efficient, less expensive, right? All these things. But here's what is very disturbing. By 2040, experts anticipate we will only have 20% of the American people will own a car. That's in the next pretty much 15 years. Yeah. A lot of this is due to the cost of car ownership, though, and I want to explain what that is. The average monthly payment for a new car is $735 a month. That was according to the first quarter of 2024. Now, a used car is $523 a month. Again, very expensive. And with the median wage here in the United States at $59,000 a year, this means Americans are spending about 15% of their overall income just on car payments alone. Again, car payments alone, not insurance, not maintenance. That's where it's becoming an issue. Owning a car is too expensive. When you factor in maintenance, according to AAA, they are saying, and I'll read it right here for you, according to AAA, car maintenance costs roughly $800 a year, or about $66 a month. This includes routine maintenance like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Unexpected repairs following a collision or malfunction can be harder to predict. On average, AAA says unexpected issues cost $500 to $600 to resolve, but prices can reach $10,000 or more for major repairs. Just to give you an idea here, recently I had to get some work done to my truck, and it cost about $2,300. Currently, my wife's car is in the shop. We could have fixed a part inside the transmission, but in order to get a better warranty on the part and actually the transmission itself, we're just going to place the entire transmission. It's going to cost about $7,800. Yeah. So again, major repair. For tires for her car, she has a newer Chevy Suburban, which still part of it is covered under warranty. But so just for tires alone for that car, you're looking about $1,300 to $1,400. Yeah, it's expensive. But here's what I want to show you. What is even more expensive is car insurance. This is why I want to talk about this article right here from Fox Business. Again, 50% jump in car insurance premiums. Now I want to read you some of it. Because why are we seeing all these increases? Well, it's simple. We're seeing these increases because the cost of repairing a car is going up because of wages, because of supply chain issues, and it's more difficult to find certain parts for certain cars. But at the same time, we're actually seeing a shortage of mechanics. This is one of the reasons why some of the worst states to have insurance or a car in are these ones right here. Yeah, Minnesota. It says prices are expected to rise most sharply in Minnesota with a projected increase of 61%. That would bring the average annual cost of full coverage in the state to $2,597 from the current level of $2,315, according to the report. Why though? One reason for the spike is the increased risk of severe weather events. In 2023, Minnesota recorded $1.8 billion in damages due to severe storm that produced hail the size of golf balls and baseballs. Okay. Also have Missouri. Missouri is expected to see a second largest spike in premiums this year. Rates are projected to climb by 55% to about $2,673 annually. Then California. Here's what's interesting about California. California is going to see a jump about 54%. Okay. But look at this. It says California froze insurance rates. California froze insurance rates during the pandemic. As a result, some insurers are requesting double-digit hikes as they struggle to return to profitability. Now, here's what I think is interesting, though, about California. They've been talking about this for many months. This isn't something new. But California is also the one that's pushing wages higher. That's a huge, huge reason why insurance premiums are going through the roof. But I want to show you why. Okay? What else is to blame? It says the price of both new and used cars rose sharply after the pandemic, the result of both supply chain disruptions and unseasonably high demand. As a result, vehicles are more expensive and costlier to replace. It says on top of that, the country is grappling with a shortage of mechanics, which is driving auto repair costs even higher. Here's what I think is interesting about that, though. I actually have a friend, his I think brother-in-law, something like that, used to work as a mechanic. Loved it. Had all the tools. Great guy. Knows exactly what he's doing. He left that job. Okay. He left that job. You know where he went? He lives in California. I can give you a clue, but my guess is he left it because he decided he is actually going to go and work for a fast food restaurant. You know why? He got paid more. He was getting paid $18 an hour as a mechanic. He's, I think, 22, 23 years old, so still fairly young, but he wasn't getting paid $20 an hour as a mechanic. So he left it. He's going to get $2 more per hour by working at a fast food restaurant, gets better benefits, gets better things like paid time off, health insurance, all that stuff. It's better to work at a fast food restaurant than it is as a mechanic. So guess what he did? He left. And then, now he's doing mechanic stuff on the side. Great. He's doing much better now. But again, that's where we're at. I want to read this to you as well. It says other states with sky-high premiums include Florida, Louisiana, and Nevada face expensive weather-related damage from climate events like hurricanes and wildfires. Climate risk has historically affected home insurance premiums, but auto insurers also factored into their appraisal due to the potential damage from hail, wind, and falling objects. Okay. Now, I want to pretty much end this by giving you this warning. Again, if you own a car, the car is yours. Okay? You can go and shop around for insurance premiums and try to get the best deal possible. I highly recommend you do that. One of the things that I like to do, just me personally, I like to pay for a year in advance. Some insurance companies will allow you to pay 2 years in advance. Okay? They will. If you want to pay 2 years in advance, you can for your auto insurance. That means you lock it in. They can't make it go and make it go up. It will not get more expensive. That is your premium. You'll be paid for the next 2 years. The insurance company that I use, they don't offer that, so I just pay 1 year in advance. But here's the warning to you. What we are about to see is more and more people stop paying for auto insurance. They're going to stop doing the regular maintenance on their vehicles. And that's, to me, pretty terrifying when you're driving 60 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour down a freeway and you don't know if the car next to you that is, a 1970s, just junker, right? It doesn't even have 4 matching tires. You don't even know if that thing is safe to drive on the road and it's driving right next to you. Yeah. My warning to you, if you don't have insurance and you cannot pay for regular maintenance, just understand that you may be driving a death box right there on the road. But you're not just hurting yourself, you could potentially hurt other people as well. This is why some experts believe that there should be more restrictions as far as what vehicles you can and can't drive on the road. But at the same time, again, this is where we're at. So just wanted to leave that with you. Just understand right now, more people are going to neglect their cars and they could become unsafe to drive. So just be prepared for that if you're thinking about dropping your insurance altogether, because again, you may be stuck with a vehicle that you're paying monthly payments on, potentially $740 a month, and you may not be able to drive it because the thing has been totaled. So that is what we know at this time. Again, as soon as I know more regarding car insurance and what we are seeing moving forward, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates. But as of today, that is what we know. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.